Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, I say it every day, but I mean it. I appreciate you joining us wherever you are finding us. Thanks for doing so. Don't forget to download the Fox 12 Oregon app, KPTV.com, another place to watch, YouTube, wherever you're finding us. We appreciate it. And don't forget to share the show as well if you want to. Today, for this segment, we are talking about an event coming up tomorrow on April 19th. I'm talking about the 8th Annual Playmakers Summit. And this is an event that brings together young female athletes from around the region, but also coaches, admin, execs, any kind of facet, managers, any kind of facet that you can think when it comes to athletics, all together in one place for this big summit. A pretty incredible event that's been going on for 8 years and has a lot of growth. And you're going to find out about that because we talk to the Missy Smith all about that. And we also talk to the keynote speaker of the event, one of the keynote speakers anyway, Sheryl Swoopes. You may know that name because she's a three-time WNBA MVP, a three-time gold medalist. She's won a championship at pretty much, I think, every level of basketball she's ever played. I believe she's won a championship. So she's done pretty well in basketball. And she's going to be talking about that, but also just sharing her knowledge over all the years that she's been participating in sports. So a lot to go through here. Let's just jump right into it. Well, thank you both for joining me here today. I'm really excited to talk about this event. And, Sheryl, it's an honor to have you on here as well to talk about all of this. But I think to get started for anybody who doesn't know, Missy, maybe you can start off and just tell us a little bit about the Playmakers Summit. I mean, it's the 8th annual year, and there's so much that's involved in this. Can you give everybody maybe a brief history of it and an understanding of what this event is?
Absolutely. Yes, like you said, we're in our 8th year. It's an intentional leadership summit for female athletes and for coaches and administrators who lead them. I started this 8 years ago because I didn't feel like we were doing enough for female athletes in our state. And we said at our school even that we put a lot of leaders into the world, but I said, how are we doing that intentionally? And so that's when it was launched. It's continued to grow every year. We started with about 250 girls our first year. It's just continued to grow. I just looked at our numbers for tomorrow. We're at 519. So I'm sure that'll still creep up a little bit during the day today. We'll shut it down this afternoon. And this year, it was the Oregon Girls Sports Leadership Summit, a pretty big mouthful. And so this year, we were able to partner with an amazing company, Right Size Consulting, who specializes in executive coaching. So that partnership has allowed us to really grow our impact through growing courses, and it's been really exciting to see what kind of transformation we can do with this event. And then adding the likes of Sheryl to come into town, I mean, this is just going to be, one of the best ever. So we're really excited.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. We have 5 states participating, people coming in from all over. So, this is something, I mean, I've had a dream. Let's move this all over the country and let's really make this thing special. So really excited. And the goal for this is to empower our girls, to equip them with the skills and to inspire them to be better leaders.
I mean, and just seeing that growth that you just mentioned, from that first year, clearly there was a need for something like this, and it's having such an impact on so many. And it's you brought up there the management side of things too, because it's not just even young athletes, it's also that management and coaching side as well, where people of all different, whatever way you're approaching athletics, it seems like there's something for them in this.
Yes, absolutely. We want to get our coaches out there. There's a great stat out there that 68% of girls have never been coached by a female, which right there alone, the more we can get women and strong girls and coaches together to show that is possible, we really think that will have a big impact on these women going forward and these girls.
That's amazing. And they're going to get to see Sheryl there too and hear from Sheryl. And so, Sheryl, if you don't mind, tell us about how you came in contact with this and what it means for you to be a part of an organization like this and an event like this.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I'm super excited to be here. I'm excited about the Playmakers Summit. I know you can't see it, but I intentionally put this shirt on and it says "Girls Inspire Girls." girls, women, all of the above. I don't think we do things like this enough. I don't think we have events like this enough. I started playing basketball when I was 7 years old, and I always talk about if I would have had opportunities like this, if I would have had spaces like this to hear from other girls and other women on what sport means to them and what sports have done for them. It's kind of scary to think about how good I probably could have been had I had opportunities like this. But this is my passion. Like, this is what I feel like I was put on this earth to do, is to be in spaces like this where I'm able to share my story, where I'm also able to empower and uplift and inspire these young girls and women. And as Missy said, it's bigger than that though, because I also feel like it's important that ads, managers, leaders, coaches, that they also understand the importance of having women in those spaces where they can lead our young women, to our young girls, to become leaders someday. And it's not just about what sports does for you on the field or on the court, right? But it's also about what it does for you in life. Like I said, I started playing when I was 7, and I'm a little bit older than that now, but I can't imagine my life without having sports in it in some capacity. And so when a friend of mine, Dr. Chantel Tremitiere, reached out to me about participating, it really was a no-brainer for me. To read about the history and where it was, where it is now, and absolutely where it's going, and the vision that Missy had. Kudos to you, and thank you for having that vision. I think it's going to be terrific. I'm super excited to be involved, and I always just hope I can at least impact one person's life in the room. That's, hopefully more than that, but at least if I can touch one person, then I feel like I did what I was supposed to do.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a lot more than that you'll affect with that, but still, even that aspect, one person and that goes to somebody else, goes to somebody else. Talking about your career, you mentioned starting at 7. I mean, you've accomplished so much in your career, but you were also there, like at the beginning of the WNBA, the beginning of some of these different things as women's sports, at least in particular in basketball, grew to have more popularity, and we've seen it over the years and the different iterations. And now, it seems like it's having a moment of at least increased popularity. More people are watching. When you look at your career and, where you started to where you are now, and you see some of these younger athletes coming into the game, what is one of those big messages that you send to them in relating your experiences that you've had going through all of this?
Well, to be honest with you, for me, it was always about the bigger picture. When the WNBA started in 97, none of us thought it would be where it is today, right? That was always our goal. That was always our hopes, our dreams, to always leave it better than we found it. And I think we did that. And so when I look at the players who are coming in today, that's my message, right? Continue to inspire and empower and uplift, and continue to always strive and work to leave things better than you found it. Like, what excites me when I think about the WNBA right now is just, besides the talent and opportunity, like the growth of it, the expansion, and Portland getting another team back. I'm like, Missy, you saw something that no one else did when you started the program. You must have known that Portland was going to get a team back. I think it's so great for these young girls to be able to have these female role models that they can look up to. And I'm a firm believer in see her, be her, whatever that looks like. And I think it's great where the game is. Yeah, we still have a lot of work to do, but I like, my heart is full when I think about just how far the W has come. And you know what? It's not even just the W, but like, it's a great time to be a female athlete, because everybody wants peace, everybody wants to get involved, everybody wants to have a part, and just the opportunities that these young women are getting today is mind blowing to me.
That's amazing. I mean, and as you mentioned, leaving it better than when you were there each time, leaving it better for the next spot, and
Yeah.
that's part of that growth. I mean, that's obviously it. And as you mentioned, still more things to do, but that's exciting though to see where things are and where they're going. And I got to admit, we're all pretty excited about Portland getting a team back. So that's good for us here too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
I
stoked.
love
By the way,
making that trip to Portland.
I was going to
Where I
say,
was
Yeah.
born.
are you looking for any more coaching opportunities, Sheryl? Because the WNBA is back in Portland. So I'm just saying.
Something. I don't know if it's coaching, but it's something. How about that? Portland's
Okay.
not a
All
bad
right.
place to be, though.
I like it. All right, I'll take that. Well, Missy, just to give everybody a little more context too, for people who maybe haven't participated, about this event. So say somebody out there is watching right now and they want to come in and be a part of this weekend. How does that work, and what are some of those different things that they'll be learning, say for the younger athletes?
Yeah, so they just get on our website, playmakers.com. They can get registered. And then our day looks like we kick it off with Sheryl and Dr. Tremitiere will be leading a legend to legend talk. We'll do some breakout sessions. The coaches and the athletes will split, but a lot of intentional workshops where we're really going to dig in and give them some tools for their tool belt to take away from this event. So we'll do that. We have a panelist group of 5 that are knockout, all the professional women that were athletes and are still athletes that will be taking us through what it means to be in athletics and how did athletics help them get to the professional places they are. Then some more breakout sessions and some reflection. We've got a great exhibitor tables, group of exhibitor tables that will be set out so that girls can really look and see what those power of professional women are doing. So we're really excited about the fun, fact-filled day.
Something I'm really taking away from just you describing this event and just all those different aspects that are going into this is it seems like there's a real sense of community with everybody involved in this. How important is that for something like the Playmakers Summit to have that in there?
I think it's everything, and Sheryl can answer this too, but I think bringing this many powerful student athletes, women, coaches all together in one place, it's like the who's who and who wants to be in athletics in the state and in the region. So it will be a powerful day just to connect and collaborate and get to know new people. So we hope we see even more than the 519 out there tomorrow.
And Sheryl, I
Yeah,
guess kind of,
I'll just
yeah,
add.
sorry, go ahead.
I'll just add one thing to that. To Missy's point, I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible to not only get 519 girls and athletes in the room, but the panelists, the speakers, the workshops, everything that these young ladies will need to further their athletics, their careers, they'll be able to find that. And I always say this because I just did something a couple days ago where I was speaking, and you may not feel it immediately, right? Like these young girls may not get it right away, but it might be next week, it might be a year from now, it might be 5 years from now, where they can look back on this moment and say, "Aha! I remember when I was sitting in this room at this moment, and this is what Sheryl said, or this is what one of the panelists said." And to me, that's what something like this is all about, is always trying to drop some gems or leave little nuggets that they can take with them when they leave and apply it to their lives in some capacity.
That's incredible. I mean, and all of that, and I think those opportunities and connections, as you mentioned, all those people in one building,
Yeah.
so many different aspects. I mean, that's kind of hard to come by too a lot of times, and to be able to have that whatever direction it is or whatever question they want to answer, it sounds like there's going to be somebody there that can help them find that.
Absolutely. And it's not just for the young ladies, right? When I do things like this, I always leave with my heart full, and I always get filled myself, right? Because I'm always listening and watching and paying attention to what everyone else is saying, because everybody's journey is different, right? To get to wherever it is they got to. And so I'm always trying to learn and listen myself. And again, I'm so grateful that I'll be able to be a part of this, and also just so grateful that Missy had this incredible vision for these young ladies, because they absolutely need it and they deserve it.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you to both of you, for joining me here today too. And I guess, for both of you, is there anything else that you think is really important for everybody to know just about this weekend, this event, and maybe just women's athletics in general?
I'll say this. I don't know if season tickets have gone on sale, but go buy your season tickets to support the Portland. Do you guys have a name yet?
Not yet. No, they keep stretching it out. They haven't given us a name yet.
But no, I just would say to anyone who's listening, continue to invest and pour into these girls and women, because investing in girls and women is one of the biggest, most important investments that you can make, is to investing in young female athletes.
Love it. Thank you. And thank you to both of you, for joining. And Missy, just one more time, could you let everybody know where to go?
Yes, the website is playmakersummit.com. They can get registered. They can find the information. They can find the bios. They can find everything they need there for the event and to show up tomorrow, and the schedule's there as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you to both of you. Really appreciate your time, and have a great weekend. Sounds like it's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Again, a huge thank you to Sheryl and Missy, both for joining us here on this segment. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. That one was recorded earlier, but I am live, and I appreciate everybody who does join us here and is a part of this show. Feel free to send me an email anytime, fox12now, fox12now at kptv.com. If you have a suggestion for a segment or maybe an organization, an event, something that you'd like to get some attention to, there's always a possibility we could do a segment. We can do these longer form interviews. Don't forget to grab the Fox 12 Oregon app as well. Coming up, we've got more throughout the afternoon. At 1:30, we're going to be talking about a concert you can go to this weekend for a Pink Floyd tribute band that's been around for 28 years here in the Northwest in general, but also in Portland. That's where they're going to be performing. So something pretty good right there. We got the Fox 12 Weather Podcast video edition. We have an afternoon cocktail. And of course, if there is breaking news, we will also have that right here. So we cover everything between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Whatever is happening, we will bring that to you right here. But I am going to take a break. I'll be back here shortly, 10 minutes or so. So whatever platform you're on, just come right back there. I'll talk to you then. I'm Greg Dibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.